You ever see someone do something to save money and think, wait, are they serious? Like rinsing paper towels to reuse them, or stuffing hotel soap in their carry-on like it's gold. It sounds silly, right? But let me ask you this. What if those weird habits are actually the reason some people are staying debt-free, sleeping peacefully, and saving thousands while everyone else is struggling to keep up? In 2021, a woman in the Netherlands started freezing leftover coffee from her office meetings. Not to drink later, but to make iced coffee for her garden plants during summer. People laughed. But that same woman saved over 2,000 euros by cutting back on water bills, coffee runs, and even garden expenses. Today, she's using that money to fund her part-time master's degree. See, there's a hidden power in the habits people ignore. They look silly until they work. And now, with inflation rising and everything from rent to rice getting more expensive, you might want to take a second look at these strange frugal habits because they might just work for you too. First, the psychology of silly saving. Let's be honest, you don't want to look cheap. Most of us don't. We'd rather quietly struggle with debt than be seen as that person collecting condiment packets or splitting napkins in half. But why? It turns out that our fear of looking poor runs deeper than you think. Studies from the University of Chicago and the Behavioral Insights team in the UK have shown that people feel social shame around saving, even when they know it's the smarter choice. You've probably felt it too. That awkward moment when you use a coupon at dinner or say no to a night out because it's not in your budget. Suddenly, it's like you've broken an unspoken rule. But here's the truth. The most financially secure people are often the ones who ignore that shame completely. In fact, a growing number of Gen Z and millennials are embracing what's now called countercultural frugality. It's the idea that being weird with your money is not only okay, it's powerful. People are proudly living with roommates into their 30s, shopping only from buy-nothing groups, and saying no to weddings they can't afford without guilt. And you know what? They're the ones building savings, buying homes, starting businesses. So maybe it's not about being normal anymore. Maybe it's about doing what actually works for you, even if it feels a little silly at first. Secondly, strange habits that sound ridiculous, but actually work. Let's face it, you've probably dismissed a money-saving habit because it sounded ridiculous. We all have. You hear someone say, I reuse my tea bags 3 times, and your brain instantly goes, nope, not me. But what if I told you that just one of those silly-sounding habits could save you $1,000 or more a year? And what if they're already working for people just like you right now? Let's look at some of the strangest frugal habits people are using today that actually work. 1. The reverse wishlist trick. You know that feeling when you have to buy something the moment you see it? That dopamine hit is real, and marketers know it. But here's a weird habit that's catching on. Every time you want to buy something, anything, you write it down on a reverse wish list. No buying, just parking it. You set a 30-day timer. When it's up, go back and ask, do I still want this? Chances are you don't. A Gen Z creator on TikTok saved over $5,000 in 12 months doing just this, using Notion and an AI extension that blocks impulse ads on her phone. She called it her mental unsubscribe button. You can do this today. It costs nothing, and it trains your brain to pause before swiping your card. 2. Washing disposable items. Yes, really. Imagine telling your friends you wash your Ziploc bags or reuse aluminum foil. They might laugh, but let them. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the average household throws away $400 to $600 worth of single-use kitchen items every year. Now, frugal communities online are taking things further. Microwaving and drying paper towels, washing and hanging parchment paper, reusing gift wrap with tissue paper liners. It sounds bizarre, but if you're someone who cooks, hosts, or has kids, this adds up fast. One woman in New Zealand saved $70 per month just reusing items most people throw away without thinking. 3. No decision dinner routine. Decision fatigue is real, and it often leads to takeout. This habit sounds boring. Eat the same cheap, healthy dinner Monday through Friday. But it's surprisingly powerful. You eliminate grocery waste, reduce impulse food spending, and take the stress out of what's for dinner? In Sweden, a couple shared their story. They eat lentil curry with rice 4 nights a week. Boring? Maybe. But they saved $3,000 a year and used the extra money to travel to Portugal every summer. 4. Stranger's cart grocery hack. Now this one's odd, but it's real. On Reddit, frugal shoppers shared a method. Wait near the checkout area And if someone abandons an item at the last minute like fancy cheese or meat, offer to take it if it's still good. Stores often throw those items out if they're left unbagged for too long. Some employees are even happy to hand them off. Yes, it's a little awkward, but one user saved $25 in a single trip doing this, grabbing 2 organic steaks someone didn't want. 5. Turning off the Wi-Fi at night. This sounds like a punishment, right? But it's become a mini movement among digital nomads and energy-conscious families. Unplugging your Wi-Fi router overnight does 3 things. Cuts phantom electricity use, forces better sleep hygiene, prevents late-night doom scrolling, which often leads to impulse shopping. In Denmark and Japan, this is common practice now. One Tokyo-based freelancer said this saved her around $180 per year in electricity, not to mention her sanity. 6. Wearing house shoes inside. You probably grew up with someone yelling, "Take your shoes off inside." Turns out, there's a financial reason behind it. Wearing designated indoor shoes protects flooring from damage, stains, and wear. In countries like South Korea and Canada, it's the norm, and it saves money long-term by reducing cleaning product use and floor replacements. Replacing carpet can cost up to $5,000. So those goofy slippers? They're quietly saving people thousands. All you need is a clean pair you never wear outside. That's it. None of these habits are fancy. Some might sound silly at first, but the people using them, they're reducing stress, lowering expenses, and taking control of their future. Quietly, consistently. You might think these strange saving habits are new, but they're not. In World War II Britain, families boiled socks to extend their lifespan. Waste wasn't just frowned upon, it was illegal in some cases. In early 1900s Japan, women began using Kakebo, a mindful budgeting system that focused not just on numbers, but feelings. Today, it's a viral habit among frugal minimalists. Even billionaires like IKEA's founder, Ingvar Kamprad, drove old cars and flew economy. So, if you've ever felt embarrassed about a money-saving habit, just know you're part of a long, brilliant tradition. How to create your own silly but smart habit. Let's be real. What works for someone else might not work for you. You don't need to copy every strange, frugal habit out there, but what you can do is build your own. 1. Notice what you judge. Start paying attention to the frugal things you think are beneath you. Do you secretly judge someone for bringing their own snacks to the movies? Or turning off their car at red lights to save fuel? That judgment is a goldmine. It tells you where your pride might be blocking your savings. 2. Ask. Does it work? Before you laugh something off, ask yourself one simple question. Does it actually work? If the answer is yes, even if it's awkward, you've found a potential habit worth trying. 3. Run a 30-day silly habit challenge. Pick one weird habit, just one. Try it for 30 days. Track how much you save. Write it down even if it's just a few dollars. Turn off your router at night. Pack the ugliest cheap lunch to work. Use the reverse wishlist trick. You'll be shocked at how quickly small habits add up. 4. Share it if you're brave. Post it online. Or tell a friend. Why? Because shame disappears when you name it. And who knows, you might inspire someone else to try it too. Remember, smart habits don't need to look cool to change your life. They just need to work for you. At the end of the day, this isn't really about Ziploc bags or switching off your Wi-Fi. It's about you and the kind of life you're building. Because every time you choose a silly habit that saves money, you're making a powerful decision. You're choosing freedom. Freedom from debt. Freedom from stress. Freedom from living paycheck to paycheck just to look like you've got it all together. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to spend money to feel worthy. The truth is, the people who laugh now, they're often the ones silently struggling to keep up. But you're playing a different game. A smarter one. You're taking control in small, intentional ways. And that's how real wealth is built. Quietly, consistently, without apology. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next.